When I thought about what we teach our children about race, I thought back to when I was a kid. So I'm going to date myself here, but back when I was a kid, we used to get this thing called the Toys R Us catalog, and it was about this thick. And my parents would let me make a list of the things that I wanted from that book. And what that practice taught me how to do was how to dream worlds beyond where I was right then in those four walls. It taught me how to dream of things that I wanted to see in the future, things that I wanted to have for myself and for others. And so I wrote this poem as a practice on writing a wish list, on writing the things that I wish for the future. And so this poem is called A Heaven for a Black Girl. Let's say I arrived 5 minutes late, but I still don't have to wait in line. I picture myself dressed to the nines, wearing my favorite pair of Jordan 6s. In my version of heaven, I am eating crab at sunset, or samosas, or tacos, or arepas, or mangoes picked from my cousin's backyard. In my heaven, Lawrence and Issa are getting married at noon tomorrow, and I still need to finish wrapping the gift I bought and making the sweet potato pie she asked me to make. In my heaven, Stevie Wonder chimes at daybreak and lunch hour. I do believe that there's Alexa outfitted in heaven, so when Megan Thee Stallion is more fitting, well, I choose her. And I rest often, and I teach children poems on the mountain. In my heaven, a young woman in Louisville, Kentucky wakes up, hits the snooze button one too many times. Perhaps she even stops at the drive-thru on her way to work and hopes her boss ain't tripping that day. In my heaven, a young woman in Waller County, Texas plays WAP in her Toyota Corolla on the way to brunch with the girls. Or she at least lives to tell her therapist about the time she got pulled over and got a ticket she didn't deserve. In my heaven, black girls get to be themselves, regular and mundane if we want to be, smelling like shea butter and wishing and dreaming and singing to ourselves in the shower and pouring rose water in our baths and watching the moon rise from East Atlanta. In my heaven, children up the block eat every night, and their mothers make enough money to leave men who do not choose love. In my heaven, the people I elect to protect me do their jobs, and they offer the refugees food and shelter and education and a language that they understand. In this one, there are no billionaires, because what good is wealth if it does not solve the afflictions of the people? I imagine a place where my queer poetry students are safe and feel valuable and feel belonging, a world where we teach our children that all people deserve love and respect, a world where race is not even uttered on tongues because it is not useful, because who needs race when you are born worthy? Who needs bootstraps when the playing field is even? I imagine a place where our last hope for justice does not die with one woman, where justice does not only mean consequences for actions, but it means the black girl breathes. And it means the black man lives to talk smack about the Lakers with his homies another day. Hey, black girl, when is the last time you wrote yourself a heaven? When is the last time you dreamed a place where your breath was not traded for someone else's ego? A world where you could see yourself in your leaders. A world where your voice meant something. A place where you could eat your pie in peace.